Hi everyone, Leanne here from Jaded Blossom, and it is time for the Fancy Shell Dies assembly video. Hey, so I'm going to be putting together this fancy shell die, and I'll be using Doodlebug-Under the Sea 6-inch pad and some other stuff too. So first I cut out the shell in white paper tray ink cardstock, and then I cut it out again in Simon Says Stamps glitter cardstock, and it's like this purple. I got it in like an assorted pack. So I'm not sure what the name is, but it's the lighter color of purple. And I'm just going to use my Barely Art glue and some reverse tweezers to glue these two things down. There we go. I love the stitching. Now you could use this on a card just flat as it is, you know. So I'm just going to put these together. And these are somewhat like our card mat backgrounds, you know, where you can assemble you know, the little stitched layers if you want. Now I went ahead and I cut out this opened layer of shell out of paper tray ink white cardstock just to give it a little bit of heft, and that same purple glitter cardstock from Simon Says Stamp. So I'm just layering those two together, and I will weight it down with that acrylic block. Next, I cut out this same shell die out of Bazzill Bling, kind of like a light purple cardstock. I don't have the name because it came in an assortment pad, an 8x8-inch Bazzill Bling pad. So now I'm just going to insert all of these kind of, you know, sparkly or shimmery cardstock pieces in each spot. So this is rather easy. It's kind of like doing a puzzle. And I'm using glue this time. Normally I like to use like score tape, but because this is a shaped background, I figured I'd just stick to the glue. So once this is all done, I do weight it down with an acrylic block. So this is a fun little detail. It goes great with this new mermaid release, and, you know, perfect for your little card designs, I think, as little background elements. Now you could easily use this as a little tag on a gift bag. That would be cute as well. So I'm just adding, like I said, all of these little pieces in. And then I have a shell. Now you could leave it plain like this as well and not use the other pieces and just have the basic look of a shell. That would be neat too. So there we go, and I'll add the last piece. And then we will have this shell put together. So like I said, this is pretty easy. So there you go. And I do weight it down with an acrylic block. Now I'm pulling out some Stampin' Up! Dimensionals, and I'm going to pop up this bottom part of the shell. So it's going to look like it's open. So I'm just going to line that up and cover that bottom joint of the shell. Just got to try and see if it's straight. There we go. And then this is the inside of the clam shell. And I cut it out of paper tray ink white cardstock first, just to give it some heft. And then the other piece is Stardream Metallic cardstock that I got from cutcardstock.com. And that is rose quartz. So it's also kind of like a glimmery paper. And I'm just going to stick that down on the inside of this, or on the top, I guess, of this little clam shell to make it look like it's the inside of an oyster, right? I'm just using a couple little Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. There we go. And then now I've got that pearl that's up on the upper right-hand side there. And I'm going to add that. I used Quartz Stardream Metallic cardstock. It's just another kind of glimmery cardstock, and it kind of looks like a pearl, right? So I'm just sticking that in place. And there we go. And that is perfect for a little mermaid card, right? Isn't that cute? And it would be a great little tag as well. Next, I'm going to put together this little shell, and I'm going to make it into a little card. And I'm just going to leave it as the shell. So first I'm using, this is like solid colored cardstock from that Doodlebug-Under the Sea 6-inch pad. And I'm going to be sticking it down again onto paper tray ink white cardstock. I'm just adding in, like I said, using Barely Art glue and my reverse tweezers. And then I'll line that up onto that shell as a little border piece, right? It's a nice purple. Just making sure it's right to the edge and it's lined up evenly. And there we go. Okay. And now the next little piece I did was I used that same background shell piece and I took a card base and I took my little die and I hung the tip over the edge, and then I ran that through my die cut machine. And now I have a little card base. And what I'll do is I'm going to stick that shell on the front of this little mini card that I made. And remember, you could use this as like a tag on a gift or actually a little card. And I'm just going to glue it down onto the front of this little card that I created. And because I used paper tray cardstock for the base layer of that shell, it's nice and thick and sturdy, right? It hangs over that little fold line, and there you go. Now you have a shape card. Okay, so next I cut out that same little top layer, the one with, you know, all the little pieces that cut out. And I used Doodlebug cardstock from under this, or the Doodlebug pad under the sea again. And I'm just using this pink pattern. And I'm going to fill in all of these little spots. And I think this is super cute. And this would be a great little accent on a card, you know, by itself, like not using the little card itself on the back, you know, just for some decorative, like a decorative object. You could use it on a scrapbook layout. That would be cute too. Or a tag. And I'm just going to add on these little pieces. I like to put these pieces, when I'm keeping them in order, on a Post-it note. And I'll just reuse it. So there we go. I'm just filling in all of these little patterns. And this is super easy to do, right? It's not much of a jigsaw puzzle. It's obvious where everything goes. And then I'm going to add that Barely Art glue to the centerpiece, and then we will have a fun little miniature card. There we go. Now you could obviously do this and add those other two pieces. I'm going to show you what it would look like with these other pieces, but I'm going to leave it as a little card. So this is that little open clamshell piece again. So it looks like it's open, right? And then that's the little spot on the inside. Again, the inside of the oyster. And that's cut from Paper Tray Ink white cardstock. And then this is Doodlebug's Dot Stripe from the Rainbow Petite prints. And there we go. And this is what it looks like. Oops. So I got to make sure it's comes undone. There we go. So there's my little card. Isn't that cute? And then if you want to, you could easily add these pieces and have it like the other and have it like a card like that. But I thought I would show you what it looks like just plain. You could certainly use it on your card either way. So thank you so much for stopping by. Be sure to hop on over to the Jaded Blossom blog, be inspired by the team, the Jaded Blossom store to get shopping. And thanks for watching my videos. Bye, everybody.